Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Car Talk. From Christmas Car Headquarters in Texas, USA, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, podcasting and streaming around the globe. Just ahead, we'll talk to John Vincent with U.S. News about the best end-of-year's car deals, including 0% financing on some.
All right.
Jeff continues the theme with a look at some slow-selling new cars, and Conrad has a look at the 24 racing season. It's just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy. Along with Mike out of this world Mars, King Conrad, Christmas DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday for our live show, 8 to 11 a.m. Central Time. And if you're listening on a podcast, welcome, and thank you for downloading us on your phone or streaming device or whatever the heck you're using today.
Whatever the heck.
Whatever the heck. Let's go to our guest next, John Vincent, U.S. News. John, good morning to you and Merry Christmas.
Good morning and Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
How are you?
I am good. I'm not at an auto show this time, though.
Well, that's a rarity. I mean,
I have 3 more on my schedule in the next few weeks.
Of course you do. Yeah, well, I'm glad you got it. Where's home for you?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Well, it's a little bit on the early side for you out there on the West Coast, isn't it?
It is, but to talk to you guys, I'd get up early.
Good.
All right.
And he brushed his teeth, combed his hair, and he's ready to go.
Next time it's going to be 3:30 in the morning.
Okay, maybe not that early.
Yeah, maybe that. Well, you know, those Shanghai shows just really Shanghai everything. Mm-hmm. Well, John, I was really excited to know that Mr. Mars had scheduled today from U.S. News about end-of-year car deals. And some of them are advertised on television, but most are not, correct?
Most of them are on the manufacturer's websites, and they are limited by where you live and where you buy. But there's some great deals this year.
Limited by state? Is it limited by state or city?
By zip code.
By zip code. Oh, my gosh. They've got it nailed down to that now.
They do.
Interesting. Well, what did you find that's worth noting today?
So last year, we were still kind of on the hangover of car shortages.
Yep.
At the end of this year, we are not. And dealers are giving some great deals. 0% financing has come roaring back. A lot of buyers don't realize that, getting a great price is a great way to save money, but getting a great financing deal can be even better. Because with financing rates 6, 7, 8%, if you're getting 0% financing, you're saving thousands and thousands of dollars.
What stands out for you with these 0% deals as far as cars that perhaps may be popular and they're stacking up on dealer lots? What are they? Well,
there's some excellent cars on the list, and they're not all 2023s. 2024 Mazda CX-5, 0% financing for 5 years. The CX-5 continues to be a very high-ranking vehicle in our new car rankings and reviews. We kind of thought that it would have got pushed aside by the CX-50, but the CX-5 keeps going strong. And at 0% financing, it's a fantastic deal.
Yeah, for 5 years, that'd be a great deal.
No kidding. Because, compare that to even like a 5% interest rate. 5 years at 5%?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, thousands of dollars, like you said.
So is that are these 0% deals, are those factory funded or dealer funded?
They are factory funded.
Okay. So, but you're going to still need a pretty fair credit rating to earn your way to the 0% as in the past.
Yes. Absolutely. You're going to need top-notch credit to get the best deals.
And how does that work? So let's just say that you've got mediocre credit. Can you get still a deal with, not 7%, maybe 3%? Is that how that works?
Yes. You're not going to get the top-notch deals, but you're going to still be able to get a better deal than market rate.
I got you.
In general.
Okay.
Unless your credit is terrible. In that case, you probably shouldn't be buying a car.
Not a new one anyway, yeah.
What you can do if you have mediocre credit is look for cashback deals that are not reliant on your credit score. And there are some great ones this year. At the end of this year, Nissan Murano, older vehicle in the marketplace, but $4,000 cash back on the Murano makes it a pretty good deal.
And you can either put that cash back, generally speaking, in your pocket, or you can apply it to the down payment if you want to do that.
In general, yeah, you don't get a pile of cash back. It lowers the price of the car.
Got you. Okay. What else in the list?
Hyundai Tucson, 2024 Hyundai Tucson, 0% financing, 5 years. A lease deal, Kia Forte, $209 a month for 2 years.
$209 a month? That's a lease.
24 months.
It's a lease.
Wow.
For 24 months.
Man, yeah, that's very inviting.
Well, I'm sure some of that monthly rate's driven by an amount of down payment, but it's also driven by the residual value of the vehicle. So they're betting on a high residual value at the end of the term to push that price. But
the other thing that pushes those lease deals is that the automaker needs those cars to come back in 2 or 3 years, so they have certified pre-owned cars on the lot. So they're taking a little bit of pain now,
right,
to get those cars back in 2 and 3 years.
Yeah, because from what I understand, that certified pre-owns are a rare commodity these days. If they're not rare, at least they're high price. There, I mean,
few and far between.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, some of that's driven by COVID and the lack of inventory during COVID, so they weren't getting that turnaround car. Years ago, a lot of manufacturers, I'll talk about the big three especially, were dumping cars into rental fleets.
Yep.
So that kind of kept production going. So now with these kind of incentives and stuff, again, that's important to keep production going. And then the side benefit is the CPO availability.
Yeah, they keep that CPO pipeline going.
And you don't see many demos at dealers anymore. You might find one or two on some of the executives, but you don't find salesmen's demos.
Right.
No,
well, they just didn't have the inventory for the last couple of years.
Exactly.
And I think they realized that they didn't need to do that.
And a high turnover of salespeople.
And a high turnover of salespeople.
Yeah. Give me something good.
In
what else you got?
Dealer staff, high turnover.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Tell me some more. I'm enthralled.
Okay. Honda Accord, 2024 Honda Accord. A NACTOY semifinalist vehicle, North American Car and Truck of the Year, semifinalist vehicle.
Right.
Probably the best Accord I've ever driven. I've owned a lot of Accords. 2.9 financing for 4 years.
Wow, nice.
Which is great on an Accord.
I've heard good things about Accord from our good friend Jack Nerad raves about the thing, and I have not driven one. There's not been a Honda in any of the press fleet that I am aware of for several years.
Not down here, no.
Yeah, that's good news.
And it comes with Honda's dependability too.
Right.
Exactly. Chevrolet Trax, the new 2024 Chevrolet Trax.
Drove one. Now, I liked it.
Yep. The old Trax was maybe not the best car.
I agree.
But the new Trax is a huge improvement.
Big difference.
$249 a month on a lease for 2 years. That's a great deal.
That's not bad.
I'll say. Yeah, $249 on Chevy Trax. Now, what kind of options are on these? Is it like
these are
intro models?
The lease deals are generally base cars.
Base cars. So you're not going to get all the bells and whistles on it, but chances are that it's going to have a digital display that's decent, and you might, if you want XM radio, you're going to have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. And it'll have the safety tech, which is great.
Yep. And it might not have the upscale interior, but even the base interiors are nice these days.
They are.
Yeah.
And the electronics, back to the technology, they've got a certain amount that they're going to put in there no matter what.
Correct.
And the rest of it you can get off your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Plug into CarPlay or Android Auto and you have a navigation system for nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's a great point to make too, because that's what I use on my 2001 Corvette. And I just plug it in and it works great.
Yeah.
So what about on the EVs? Do you see them doing some good deals on any of the EVs since inventory is kind of building on those?
Yes, Subaru Solterra, which is the sister car to the Toyota BZ4X. 0% financing for 72 months.
Holy Toledo! You're kidding! Oh my gosh, I had no clue.
72
I
months.
just saw some advertised Ford Mustang Mach-E deals with a combination of low financing rates and cash back on the Mach-E.
Yeah, I heard there's no interest in those as well.
Oh,
It's an old Oldsmobile joke.
He didn't
from an old Oldsmobile guy.
He just there was just a slip of the tongue. Just don't pay any attention to him, John.
Hey, there are some great Oldsmobiles at the end.
There were some great Oldsmobiles, except for the diesel. We didn't like the diesel too much.
Can't remember any of them, but yeah, they're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw an Aurora on the road the other day and was like, wow, haven't seen one of those in a decade.
Really?
Yeah, for a reason.
Exactly. Hey, John, have you seen anything with the Kias? You got one there behind you on your screen. I was just curious.
Well, we talked about the Forte at $209 a month for 2 years. Kia, generally has some great deals. Just go to their site and, you'll see a lot of stuff. We track deals really closely, and it's interesting to watch the timing of when each manufacturer's deals come out. It's obvious that Kia looks at everybody else's deals every month before they come out with theirs, because they come out about 2 days later.
Really?
And they're very aggressive in getting those deals out.
Yeah, but the old days of inventory tax that the dealers had to pay January 1st, and that drove a lot of the big sales that they were doing, that's kind of gone away. So that urgency to buy before December 31st has kind of waned a little bit. So they've got to find a different way to get customers interested to come in to buy vehicles.
Well, the new incentive for dealers to make excellent deals is bonuses. Year-end and quarterly bonuses. They have to hit those numbers, and if they don't hit those numbers, they don't get the inventory next year. Wow. So they're aggressive in getting those deals out to move that stuff off the lot in order to make their numbers for the quarter.
That's just something that I just never thought of, but it makes total sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when it comes down to selling cars at the dealership, yeah, you got the manufacturers kind of help, but the manufacturers are still going to get their money.
Right.
Yeah, and so the squeeze comes with the dealer. And if he wants to make these bonuses, as you say, really has to
and
work
some of those
at it.
Bonuses can be hundreds of thousands of dollars quickly.
Yeah. Especially with the bigger dealers.
Right.
And like the car behind me on the screen, if they don't hit their numbers this year, Kia might not send them that many EV9s next year.
Yeah, the EV9's the new full EV three-row for Kia.
I think the EV9 is going to be the hottest vehicle of 2024.
Really?
Why do you say that?
Because it does everything the Telluride does, but it's an electric.
Yeah, well, the Telluride, I mean, that's a very popular vehicle, and I will say this, it's a very nice vehicle, too. I've had it in the press fleet, and it's nice.
It is.
And, for some reason, well, I know the reason, because, when Kia came to market originally, they had cheap, entry-level cars. And when you think of Kia, at least for me, I don't think of an upscale anything with Kia. This one, the EV9 is. And
the Telluride is too.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
I think the Telluride's a very upscale.
Yeah, it really, truly is. Don't you agree?
I do. I think that Kia has gotten to where Honda was in half the time it took Honda to get there.
That's a very interesting point, because I actually bought a Honda Accord back at the beginning of the popularity of the little square boxy one back in about 88, 89, somewhere in there, and very popular. And the particular one that I had bought, I bought it with the cloth interior and had a leather interior put into it, which was an option from the dealer because they had no leather interiors. At the time, it was only on the EX, I think, that you could get the leather interior.
From the factory.
So, yeah, they were working it back in the day, and I guess now Kia is as you say.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, anything else of note?
It's for Volkswagen. It's zero down season. Their sign and drive event. The monthly payments are a little higher, but zero money due at signing on most Volkswagen models this month.
And what do they do? Keep that for like 3 months, zero down and no payments for like 3 months or something?
I'm not sure about the 3 months no payments, but it's zero down.
Yeah.
It might be on some models. And zero down leases are actually really good because one of the problems with making a down payment on a lease is if you wreck the car a week later, that down payment money is gone. You're never seeing it back.
Yikes.
Yeah, unless you bought some kind of gap insurance on it. But
Well, your gap insurance is going to take care of the finance company. It's not going to take care of you.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, so I guess that the best way is if you got a budget and you kind of narrowed it down to 3 or 4 makes and models of cars, the best way to really make your decision before you even go to the dealership is get online and see what the incentive is that they're offering.
Exactly. Look at the incentives. Also, talk to outside lenders and have a finance deal of your own in your pocket before you go to the dealer.
Yeah,
And that way, if you don't qualify for one of the special incentives, you still have a deal that you make the dealer beat in order to get your financing business.
True. Especially like a bank.
Dealers
that you do
want
regular
your financing
business
business because that's where they make their money.
Right,
They don't
right,
make
right.
their money
Yeah,
selling
outside
cars.
financing.
So you may not can get the 0%, and they may offer you 5. Well, I can get 3 from my bank or my credit union. Can you beat that or meet it or whatever?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Put your
It
thinking
doesn't
cap
cost
on.
you anything to, get approved at a bank or a credit union.
And
And have that in
and
your
these
pocket.
days you don't even actually have to go to the dealer. You can do it all online before you even get there if you know what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah. John, I assume that all this information is available on the U.S. News website?
Yep. Just go to usnews.com and click on the autos tab.
Very good. And you're the man in Portland that's putting it all together, and we appreciate you, sir.
I'm part of a big team. I've worked with a lot of really smart people. So,
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you taking the time on this Christmas weekend to join us and talk about these things. That, boy, I'll tell you what, talk about a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great to offer your family? Well, I've got this little surprise, and let's walk outside.
Yeah, get one of those big bows. No, but we're having the kids over for dinner this evening for Christmas, and there's a couple of them been talking. This will be some information to share with them that they might be really interested in.
John Vincent, it's great to talk to you. Again, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate you and look forward to your next report, sir.
thank you for the opportunity. Talk to you guys soon.
Okay, take
Merry
care.
Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
John Vincent, U.S. News.
Yeah, buddy.
I like it. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. The In-Wheel Time race card. Did you find anything?
Yep.
Rodney said that there's stuff.
Getting started.
Yeah.
Just nationally, Roar before the 24, and that's kind of the test session before the 24 Hours of Daytona is January 21st through the 24th, and then the 24 Hours of Daytona is the next weekend, which is January 28th, and then IMSA doesn't come back until Sebring March 17th. NHRA starts March 10th at the Gator Nationals, which is weird because it used to be they always started at Pomona with the winners.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, they go to Pomona for the winners. NASCAR starts February 4th with the Busch Clash at the LA Coliseum. Excuse me while I yawn.
Is it still the Busch Clash?
Yeah, what a stupid show. But anyhow, and then they go the Daytona 24, the twin qualifiers is the 15th. Daytona 24 Hours is the 18th of February. And then they go to Atlanta on the 25th, Las Vegas on March 3rd, Phoenix on March 10th. So,
Does Cadillac still do it, IMSA?
Cadillac is still doing IMSA. Corvette's not doing IMSA as a factory
unless it's a privateer,
but they'll be doing privateer cars, yeah. And then Circuit of the Americas, NASCAR comes to Dakota on March 24th. Should be a good event to go to.
Yep.
Formula One starts in March 3rd at the Bahrain.
Yes,
you can.
I wonder if Las Vegas will ever recover from that nightmare.
I don't know.
I'm sure they had a contract for X number of years.
No, I know, but I'm just talking about the one that just happened.
Yep.
And it took them a whole month. They're
still
taking the stuff down.
Now, Bahrain, there's some investors in Bahrain that are making offers to buy McLaren.
Oh, okay.
Formula One.
Well, I'm surprised Andretti hasn't made some offers to buy somebody.
Well, he's getting closer and closer to getting that deal because Toto Wolff, the guru of Mercedes, is not a well-liked person. They are all out.
Too bad the Wicked Witch didn't just keep him then. Toto and the little.
Well, his wife Susie Toto is being sued, and her
Susie Toto.
Susie Toto, which she's actually Toto Wolff is his name. Susie Wolff is his wife, who has been sharing confidential information with him. So she's the big bad wolf, is what it is.
Oh, okay. So, and then
went there for that.
IndyCar starts March 10th at St. Petersburg. The racing season's getting ready to start.
Well, I was just going to add to all of that, and the fact that, we were talking earlier about Christmas gifts, and think about buying tickets to, say, for instance, Daytona.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Indy 500. Here are a couple of tickets to the Indy 500. We'll worry about getting there later. We can drive whatever. We'll make it a bit out of it.
Yeah, get the ticket.
Use your seats.
There you see. Yeah.
You even get tickets to COTA. If you want something nearby, because that's only March 24th.
Yep.
Circuit of the Americas, and that is a good, fun track to watch.
Well, Jeff has a very interesting feature here on slow-selling new cars.
Slow-selling new cars.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's get going on that. So what we have, these are the top 5 lot lizards is what I'm calling them. The first one here is a BMW X7. It sits 110 days on the lot.
Yikes.
The X7 is BMW's flagship 3-row SUV and is certainly deserving of that title, powered by a 375 horsepower turbocharged inline-6 or a 523 horsepower twin-turbo V8. The X7 has ample passing power no matter which engine you choose. It's a standard air suspension with adaptive dampers, delivers a buttery smooth ride, even on models with 21-inch wheels.
But it's still a BMW.
110 days sitting on the lot.
How much is one of those?
I didn't look into that.
Probably close to 100,000.
Over 100,000.
Here's an Audi A4. Anybody want to guess how long it sits on a lot? Well, I'll tell you, it's 115 days.
Yikes!
It's getting long in the tooth. The Audi 4 is still one of the best compact luxury sedans on the market, with its sharp cabin design, high-end finishes, and easy-to-use tech features. Michael, the A4 leaves a positive impression on just about all who step in it like it. It's a very nice drive, combining a comfortable ride.
We never get Audis in the press fleet.
Balanced driving dynamics. Yep.
Yeah. Rochelle's owned 2 A4s, and she loved both of them. One of them had horrific engine problems. The other one had horrific CVT transmission problems.
This is a blend of luxury and sportiness. It makes the A4 a top pick in small luxury vehicles, but the consumers don't feel quite that way, sitting 115 days on a lot. The next one we have is an American brand. It is a Buick Encore GX. How many days? 120 days on the lot. The Buick Encore GX positions itself as a semi-premium. I don't know what that means. A semi-premium.
Well, we call it near luxury.
Small crossover SUV. It's no luxury car. It's a teensy-weensy step up from the comparable offerings of a Honda, Toyota, or a Kia. You likely won't be impressed with its lazy 3-cylinder engine options or less than premium material quality, but drivers, they like to commute and should appreciate comfortable ride and unexpected quiet cabin.
Yeah,
Considered an Encore GX, we recommend opting for the larger turbocharged vehicle, not the 1.3. So the next one is also a General Motors product. It is the GMC Yukon. How many days? 127 days on the lot. The GMC Yukon, a slightly upgraded twin of the Chevrolet Tahoe, like its Chevy kin, that.
Spit it out.
Yeah, the 3-row Yukon powertrain lineup includes a pair of V8 engines, turbocharged diesel straight 6. If you have a large family or a regular need to transport half a dozen people, you'll find the Yukon offers plenty of space for passengers and cargo. And the winner of the lot lizards is a BMW iX. Michael, it's 131 days on the lot.
It's almost half the year.
Look past this buck-toothed front end of the BMW iX is a well-executed battery electric SUV that checks a lot of the boxes for consumer shopping in this space.
But you can't drive it.
It offers a respectable driving range, impressive standard and available tech, a spacious, well-appointed interior, relatively thrilling driving experience. The iX is surprisingly nimble for its size and it rides exceptionally well. So there you go. That baby's 131 days on the lot.
I will never forget working at Richardson Chevrolet. There were a handful of cars, always, every year. Of course, I worked there for, 3 years. There were always a handful of cars that they could not sell. They couldn't even do dealer trades with them because nobody wanted it.
The combination of color and content, that happens.
And the one that I remember is the Biscayne, the white Biscayne with the red interior.
Oh, yeah.
With the waffle seat covers?
Yep, the waffle.
But it's a gem right now. You find that it would be a gem.
Not this 4-door 6-cylinder that the battery always went dead in. And guess who had to change it?
I was going to say, the battery went dead because it was 4 years old.
And it was sitting on the lot. It never moved. The tires had flat spots on them. This is a brand new car with no miles. Nobody wanted it. You kind of felt sorry for it sitting out there, but I guess somebody did. The dealer took it in as a dealer trade, going, I might be able to pawn that off on some refinery out here in Baytown.
Put a nice spiff on it.
Yeah, as a company car.
The beige with the green interior.
Oh, dude. Well, thank you very much for that. That was informative. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And like pancakes, the podcasts are hot and at your fingertips from your favorite podcast outlet.
This is a gooey.
They're cooked. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeartRadio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via inwheeltime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeartRadio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeartRadio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In Wheel Time Car Talk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.